What's going on, collective? This is Divine Messenger with Divine Messenger TV. Okay. So I was meditating on the energy, the collective energy today, and I feel like there's a lot of fear around the changes. Meanwhile, I was talking about, the 5-5 portal and how, we need to release the things that do not align with what we say we desire. Okay, we played too many games in the past with ourselves. Like, we always look outside of ourselves to think that it's something else, but it's truly us that needs to change, right? So I do see a lot of changes coming in here. I channel angel number 652 for us today, and I want to say that it seems like it's just a challenge to walk away from the familiar. It's not necessarily that you like where you are, but because you're used to where you are, you're comfortable, right? And you're afraid of the unknown. But what I've discovered in the unknown, right, and not knowing what's going to happen has literally propelled me to miraculous solutions. And we all want to solve our problems, but the thing is, we want to know how. And a lot of times, how is not your business. You have to understand that there is a higher influence over the whole collective, right? We call the creator, okay, or God, whatever, that is propelling us and pushing us, right? Pushing us slowly but surely to, to where we need to be, right? But because we want to predict everything, it's a lot harder, on us mentally, right? Because all is mine, okay? So we're gonna jump into angel number 652 before I jump into the spread really quick, okay, guys? So when it comes down to angel number 652, the angels of the Most High wants you to know that angel number 652 is a message to have faith and trust that the changes happening in your life are taking place for your highest good and will prove to be most beneficial for you. Wonderful new opportunities will present, and you are encouraged to look upon them in a positive light. Okay, trust that your actions will manifest abundance, success, and happiness for yourself and those who you love. Angel number 652 is a message that you have manifested new opportunities and changes in your life that will rapidly advance you along your life path and soul mission. Trust that these new changes will lead to success and satisfaction, and your goals will be attained. Angel number 652 encourages you to move forward with positive plans, ideas, as they will prove to be most beneficial for yourself and your loved ones. Trust that the changes taking place in your life are aligned with your soul mission, and the angels will ensure that you will have all that you require along the way. Okay, call upon the angels to help you with any obstacles along your path and expect timely solutions to appear. When you call upon the angels for guidance, they may sometimes show you mental images, visions, pictures to show you that they support your choices and or actions. When you listen to the angelic guidance and your own soul's calling, then take action accordingly. All else will fall into place. Listen to your intuition and follow its guidance. Okay? So, Spirit says there could be no success, no victory, no nothing without the process. You know what I mean? There will be nothing without a process. So you got to understand that don't rush the process, okay? No rushing, okay? Move forward with grace. Give yourself grace because you're going to make mistakes along this journey, this path, right? But Spirit is saying there is no such thing as loss. There is only lessons. So being that, a lot of you are refusing to move forward with the Eight of Cups in reverse. You're refusing to move forward because you're afraid. You're afraid that if you leave this behind, or you leave this person behind, or you leave, whatever the thing is that you're clinging to behind, you feel like things are not going to work out. But what you don't see here is a victory. Okay? You're freeing yourself from past limits, right? Because you are limitless. There's a lot of victory on the other side of that pain, right? And, pain is for us to grow. Yeah, it's for us to grow because after pain, comes healing, right? So you got to understand that it's time to free yourself because you're going to overcome so much that's going to propel you to this new beginning, this emotional, fulfilling beginning with the Ace of Cups here, okay? You're going to be very satisfied with this outcome, okay? But you must leave the old, right? You can't have both, okay? Even though it's one and the same. But if you keep clinging to old situations and situations that are the same, you stay the same and there's no change. So you got to lay down these burdens. You got to stop juggling. You got to stop trying to hold up this weight, right? And try to do everything by yourself. You need to call upon your angels because they're here for you, right? They're waiting on your call, okay? So lay it down. Release the burdens. You don't have to juggle anything, right? Doing less is more. Call upon your angels with whatever obstacles you may be facing, right? Call the angels in from the heart. Just say, you know what? I need some assistance down on this earth plane, right? It's getting a little challenging and I need to be light, right? I'm not asking it to be easy, but I want it to be lighter. I want the inner strength to keep on moving forward, right? Because you are going to move forward, right? You're putting in the work to work on yourself for this new emotional beginning. Okay, this is what you said you wanted, but you gotta let go of this old. You gotta move out of this old energy, this same energy. Okay, so it's all about moving forward. So I pray that whoever's watching this video, you get the mental clarity so that you can have the inner strength to move forward. You're not alone. Right? There's earth angels like me here. There's motivational messages. There's things out here. There's sources out here you can use for comfort. But understand that your strength and your help comes from within, right? The Most High wants to help you, but you got to go within. And going within is being silent, being by yourself, getting rid of the distractions. You know what I mean? Because you got to hear in the silence, because silence is peaceful. Okay? It don't seem peaceful because you got all this clutter. And a lot of times you have to release. You have to let it rise, right? So it can fall away. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. This was your divine message. Guys, I'm Dr. Spiritual Pilot, aka the Divine Messenger, here with your messages, guys. I ask that you please follow me, okay? If you like my messages, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're on whatever other platforms, follow me. And yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Follow me for more messages. I love y'all. Peace.